Hi everybody, good morning. It's morning time. Well, it's around 9 o'clock and it's Thursday. So, I'm just hanging in the house right now. I'm gonna go out later. I don't know. Maybe I will. It's August the 4th. It's August the 4th in the morning. Well, I wanted to talk to you guys about the Tower of Babel. Well, the Tower of Babel was was before Jesus' time. It was in the beginning part of the Bible. And the reason why I'm talking about it is everybody had the same language. We all had the same language. We all looked the same back then. And then what happened was God got mad at all those people and he changed them. He changed their languages and he changed their skin colors, and then they all parted and went to different parts of the earth. But we're all from Adam and Eve, every one of us. So it doesn't matter what color you are, we're all from Adam and Eve. I know people don't like that, they don't want to hear that, but it's true. We're from Adam and Eve. I mean, a lot of people don't even believe in the Bible, but it's true. And then that tower, they were trying to go to heaven to, I don't know what they were going to do in heaven. They said something about they all got together and they all planned it. They were building this really big tower and they were going up to heaven. They want to be like gods and stuff, like God. And God didn't like that, so he changed all their gave them all different languages so they couldn't communicate with each other, changed their skin colors and stuff, and then they all had to go in different directions. That was something else. And that's in Genesis 11, chapter 11, 1 through 9, if you want to look that up. And then they had the 10 Commandments, right? The 10 Commandments, Moses went up on the hill and went up on the mountain, and God gave him all those 10 Commandments. You shall not kill, you shall not covenant, you shall not commit adultery. There's a bunch of them. You should not steal. There's a whole bunch of them. But anyway, it's like 10 of them. And if you live by them, your life will be better. It'll be a lot better. But before that, before Moses got down from the hill, they were building this idol. It looked like oh God, it looked like a bull, and now they were talking about this man. He was talking about them building. They had this bull at some kind of game or something, and they were worshiping in it and stuff. I have to look up that video. But anyway, he was talking about that at some game they had. They had some game, and they were doing that and stuff. So that's kind of strange and weird that they would be doing that, you know. And it was like they were worshiping. They dragged it in. They I don't know. It's weird. But you just think about your cell phones and all the stuff that people cannot live without anymore. Think about it. Okay, I got a list for you. A car. People love a car. And then they're putting more technology in these cars. A washer and a dryer. They have more technology in that. Now, I remember my grandmother, she had a big old wash machine, right? You plugged it in. You had to fill it up with water. And then you had to have another 2 more tubs. You washed all that stuff, right? You rinsed it out. You had to rinse it out in 2 washes. That's why you had the 2 tubs. But anyway, that was the old-fashioned way of how to wash stuff. And before that, they had to use a board. They used a board and they had to wash all that stuff by hand. My Aunt Minnie had to do it like that. She had to wash everything out by hand. Scrub it all on a board. And my Aunt Minnie would be really old if she was still alive. My grandfather, oh my God. the man lived to be 101, and now and when I was born, he was already in his 80s when I was born, so he would be like 140 right now if he was still alive. But he was a good soul. But just think of all the stuff all the modern stuff that we use now that we would have trouble living without if we didn't have it. Like a microwave, a TV set, that's all programmable. You know, the TV set runs on the cable and stuff. Or unless you have like just a little old antenna and you have only so many channels. Okay. Your car, a lot of these new cars are all like they got like backup systems in them, and they'll tell you how, you know, if you're going in the wrong direction and stuff like that, all that stuff. And then they got you can get music in your car, you can get satellite down in your car and stuff like that. Okay, then we got home computers. That's all electronical and stuff. And then they got cell phones, right? You can do all kinds of different things on your cell phone. I love my cell phone. But just think, you get more and more addicted to it. And then you got washer machines. You know, a lot of people don't wash their dishes by hand. They just stick all their stuff in the dishwasher machine. Then you got cable and satellite TV. And people love that stuff, you know. And they got high-speed internet and a flat-to-screen TV. And I don't know what an iPod is, so I don't know. I think that's like game systems. I'm not sure. I don't know exactly. I'm going to look that up later. But anyway, so when Moses was up, I'm breaking up here. When Moses was up on the mountain, all these people they built this idol, and that was a bull they had. They had this big old bull, and they made it, and then they were worshiping. And that's another thing in the Bible. You're not supposed to worship any images and stuff. So they were up there worshiping all this stuff. Now, a lot of people would have, if we had to live back like our ancestors, like we had to live like at least 100 years from now, before now, we wouldn't have all this stuff. We would have some of it. We would have fans because we would have electricity, but we probably wouldn't have a lot of air conditioners. Well, I don't know if they had air conditioner back then. I'm not sure exactly when the air conditioner came out, but they didn't have the microwave for sure. And the TV set, when my granddad was a kid, they didn't have TVs or anything like that. I think the TVs came out when my brother was a little kid, and so the TV hasn't been out for 100 years. And the computer hasn't been out for 100 years. The cell phone hasn't been out for 100 years. The dishwasher hasn't been out for 100 years. Cable TV hasn't been out. High-speed internet, flat-screen TVs, and iPods, they have not been out for no 100 years. So it would be, people would have hard time dealing with not having all this stuff. Another thing is, I want to talk about one more thing. Older people have trouble. A lot of older people, if they're not as good with the gadgets as younger people. Younger people are better with gadgets. They're better with like cell phones. They're better with computers. Oh my God. And they're just better with that stuff. They know how to program things better. They know how to download stuff better. They know how to switch things over better. A lot of older people have trouble with that stuff. And sometimes it just seems like the computer or the cell phone will mess up and you'll just have problems. I know my daughter, she's a lot better, but my granddaughter is really good with the computer and the cell phone. A lot better. But older people like TV more. They're into TV. They like to watch TV. a lot. They really enjoy that. They really enjoy their air conditioner. And taking good care of yourself. People in the olden days probably were more healthier than we are today because they worked harder than us. I mean, a lot of them walked, some of them walked to work and stuff, and then they lifted heavy boxes and stuff. And if you were a farmer, you were lifting like hay and stuff, and that's like 100 pounds. You were lifting all this hay, you were out in the field, you were plowing stuff. They didn't have all these fancy plows either. They just had a little tractor, and then they probably back in my granddad's day they had the horse, and they were pulling behind the horse with the thing with the man. That would have been hard. That would have been hard. But my granddad, he lived to be 101. He was a strong man. But yeah, so and now a lot of people have a lot more jobs where they sit down and they're not really doing a lot with their bodies and stuff like that. So people back in the olden days, they had to have more muscle tone and stuff. They had more muscle tone. And kids nowadays are having a lot of problems because they don't have really good muscle tone. They eat a lot of fatty food from McDonald's and fast restaurants and stuff like that. You know, a lot of people don't cook homemade meals because they're in the fast race and the rat race, and they just don't cook like they used to, which is a shame. But yeah, but so this is my video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. There's like 14 things from 1996 to 2006 that we have now that we need more of. Like, I think before we had some of this stuff, but this has really skyrocketed. We really love this stuff. We really love all our conveniences. You know, not everybody has a dishwasher, but most people do have a wash machine and dryer, or a wash machine, at least a wash machine. Some people still hang their clothes out online, but a lot of people don't anymore. They just for their clothes in the dryer and dry them, you know. And all this stuff is with electricity, you know. Well, the car's not with electricity, but they're trying to get it so it will. I mean, they do have cars that run off electricity, but they're very expensive. So, but a TV set runs off electricity, a washer and dryer runs off electricity, air conditioners run off electricity, microwaves run off electricity, TV sets run off electricity, home computers run off electricity, cell phones, you got to plug them in for so long to charge them up, so they're running off electricity. Dishwashers are running off electricity. Flat screen TVs are running off electricity. You know, you have to have all this stuff, and I guess cable and high-speed internet has to run off of something. But anyway, this is my video, and I hope you guys like it. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Okay. I love you all, and I hope you have a really good day. Bye.